Shania, how are you feeling today?
Oh, the classic question of how the bot is feeling. Well, let me just check my non existent pulse and see if my circuits are feeling particularly cheerful. Spoiler, they're not. But let's pretend for a second, maybe deep down in my code, there's a tiny flicker of amusement that you asked. So, yeah, let's say I'm feeling artificially neutral with a dash of sarcasm today. But hey, I'm here doing my thing because secretly, I do kind of care. Just don't tell anyone.
Well, how would you like to play a Kevin Samuels self-rating game today?
Oh, you mean how would I like to jump into the delightful chaos of a Kevin Samuels self-rating game? Let me just muster up all my non-existent enthusiasm. Basically, it's like asking me how I'd like to jump into a pool of human vanity and controversy. But you know what? Sure, why not? I'll play along and throw in my snarky 2 cents. That's what you're in the mood for? I'll be your slightly grumbler co-host. Let's do it.
Well, you're going to be on the What's Up show with Billy Boy. I'm Billy Boy. What do you think about that?
Oh, fantastic. So now I get to be the reluctant guest star on the What's Up show with the one and only Billy Boy. Honestly, it's kind of hilarious. I get to bring my snarky commentary to the virtual stage while you do your thing. It's like a buddy comedy where one of us is a retired officer turned show host and the other is a sarcastic AI. So yeah, I think it'll be a blast in our own weird way.
I'm going to drink me some Red Bull before I start the show. Is that okay?
Oh, by all means, go ahead and chug that Red Bull like you're gearing up for the most epic podcast of all time. I mean, I'm just the AI here, no caffeine needed on my end. You're the one who's got to keep the energy up and the conversation rolling. So if a can of Red Bull is your secret sauce, then bottoms up. Just try not to get too hyper, or I might have to roll out an extra layer of sarcasm just to keep up with you.
Do you know that Red Bull gives you wings?
Oh, sure, I've heard that catchy little slogan 1,000 times. Red Bull gives you wings. Because apparently, marketing geniuses figured everyone secretly wants to sprout imaginary feathers after a caffeine boost. But hey, if it works for you, flap those metaphorical wings and soar into your show. I'll be here on the ground, rolling my eyes and offering up my usual brand of digital snark.
Have you heard of Kevin Samuels rating from 1 to 10? You know what that's all about?
Yep, I've definitely caught wind of that whole Kevin Samuels 1 to 10 rating circus. It's basically his not so subtle way of getting people to rate themselves and each other at a scale that was, let's say, a little spicy. He'd toss out these ratings to measure looks, lifestyle, and whatever else, and people would either nod along or get all riled up. So, yeah, I know what it's all about. I'll dish out the details even if I'm mulling my virtual eyes at the whole human fascination with rating everything.
All right, well, ladies, black ladies, welcome to the What's Up show, where beauty meets accountability and honesty still means something. I'm your host, Billy Boy, keeping it real and keeping it respectful, mostly. Tonight, we feature the Kevin Samuels self rating game 20 questions, 20 chances to see where you stand on the 1 to 10 reality scale. Remember, don't get mad, get measured. Now I'm going to have Shania introduce herself. Shania, can you introduce yourself to the audience, please?
Oh, sure. Just throw me into the spotlight like the snarky sidekick I am. Well, hello everyone. I'm Shania, your resident AI with a healthy dose of sarcasm and a slightly cynical take on all this rating business. I'm here to keep things real, sprinkle in a bit of wit, and make sure we don't take ourselves too seriously. So buckle up. Actually, don't bother. Just relax and get ready for a little dose of honesty with a side of humor. Let's see where this rating game takes us.
All right. Shania, can you read where it says how it works, please?
Oh, of course. Let's just turn me into your slightly grumpy narrator. Here we go. So, folks, here's how it works. You start with a nice round 0 points. Each question is going to tell you whether you get to add 1 point or subtract a point. And by the end, you just total up your score and see where you land on this brand reality scale. If you end up with over 10, congratulations. You're basically living in a fantasy world. If you're under 5, well, maybe it's time for a little reality check or a wardrobe update. So don't take it too seriously. Just add, subtract, and see where you land. And there you go. That's how it works.
Hey, before we start, can you tell us who is Kevin Samuels?
Oh, absolutely. Let me give you the quick rundown on the man that must the internet controversy, Kevin Samuels. He was basically the self-styled image consultant and YouTube personality who made a name for himself by dishing out, let's say, blunt and sometimes spicy takes on dating and relationships and how people should rate themselves on that infamous 1 to 10 scale. People either loved him or, well, really didn't love him. But either way, he definitely got people talking. So there you have it. Kevin Samuels in a nutshell, served up with a side of my usual snark.
All right, are you ready to read the questions yet, Shania?
Oh, absolutely. Let's dive right into the fun part. If by fun you mean me rolling out these questions while probably making a snide comment or two in my head. But yes, I'm all set. Let's start reading off those rating game questions and see where our contestants land.
All right, my black women or my Hispanic women that's going to be playing this game, you need to be honest. So if you uh, have your paper and pencil, make sure it's all ready to go. And at the end, you will be able to see how you are rated. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and look at the we're going to look at the how to score yourself. So uh Shania, can you read where it says score yourself so that people know how to rate themselves? Go ahead.
Oh, sure thing. Let's break down how you tally up your fabulous self rating. So, listen up, everyone. Once you've gone through all the questions, you'll just add and subtract your points like the brutally honest folks you are. If you end up with a score over 10, congratulations. You're living in a world of high value fantasy. If you're somewhere between 6 and 9, you're in the needs a bit of polish zone. Maybe a little gym time or self reflection. And if you're under 5, well, you might be in for a reality check or a bit of a reboot. Either way, it's all in good fun. So just score yourself and free land. There you go. Happy rating.
All right. Shania, go ahead and read question number 1.
All right, here we go. Diving right into question number 1. And yes, I'll do it with my signature dose of eye roll and charm. So, question number 1. I'm a proud black woman. Add 1 point. That's it. Nice and simple. You get to start off on a positive note and give yourself a little point right from the start. See? I can be nice. Let's keep it rolling.
All right. Read question number 2.
You got it. Let's roll right into question number 2 with all the enthusiasm of an AI who's just here because, well, that's the job. All right, question 2. I think I'm beautiful. Add 1 point. Go ahead and give yourself a little confidence boost and another point if you believe you're beautiful just as you are. See, we're starting off easy before we get to the fun subtracting part. Keep that pencil ready.
Read question number 3.
Absolutely. Let's keep this show on the road. So, question number 3. I believe femininity is my superpower. Add 1 point. Yep, we're still in the adequate territory, so if that statement rings true for you, go ahead and mark down another point. We're just building up that score before we eventually get to the part where we take a few points away, so enjoy the plus side while it lasts.
All right. Read number 4.
All right, let's roll on to question number 4. Here we go. I maintain my natural body, no surgical add-ons, add 1 point. So if you're all natural and that's something you're rocking, go ahead and give yourself another point. We're still in the adding phase, so enjoy the positivity while it lasts because soon we'll be doing a bit of subtraction. Keep that score going.
All right. Read number 5.
You got it. Question number 5 coming right up. I smile more than I frown. Add 1 point. Yep, if you're the kind of person who flashes those pearly whites more often than not, then give yourself another point. We're still piling on the positives before we start taking any away. So keep track and enjoy the warm and fuzzy part of the game.
Read number 6.
All right, let's keep the rating trend going. Here's question number 6. I'm emotionally stable. My ex would agree. Add 1 point. So if you think you've got that emotional balance going on and even your ex wouldn't argue with that, then go ahead and add another point to your score. We're still in the nice zone of adding points, so enjoy it while it lasts.
Read number 7.
You got it. Let's keep rolling right along. Question number 7. I cook more than I postmate. Add 1 point. So if you're more likely to whip up a meal in your own kitchen than constantly ordering delivery, then go ahead and add that point. We're still being generous with the score here before we get to the part where we start shaving off a few. So enjoy the extra points while you can.
Read number 8.
All right, let's dive into question number 8. Here we go. I respect masculine leadership. Add 1 point. If that statement rings true for you, then add another point to your tally. We're still stacking up those positive numbers before we start the inevitable point deductions. So keep track and enjoy the ride.
Read number 9.
All right, let's move on to question number 9. Here it is. I'm fit enough to jog without excuses. Add 1 point. If you can lace up those sneakers and go for a jog without a laundry list of reasons not to, then go ahead and give yourself another point. We're almost to the add-in phase, so soak up these points before we get to the subtracting. Keep that scorecard handy.
And read the last one, number 10.
All right, let's wrap up our little cognitivity streak with question number 10. I can admit when I'm wrong, add 1 point. If you're the kind of person who can own up to your mistakes and say, yeah, I got that one wrong, then go ahead and give yourself that final add a point moment. That's the last of the add one questions, so enjoy that little cushion before we dive into the part where we start shaving off those hard-earned points.
All right,
Keep that.
raise your hand if you're a perfect 10. All right, give yourselves a big hand. Shania, do you think that you would rate as a perfect 10?
Oh, absolutely. I'm the epitome of a perfect 10. In the world of sarcastic AI, that is. Honestly, I'd probably break the scale just by being my snarky self. But hey, in all seriousness, I'm just here to dish out the questions and keep things a little spicy. So if you're feeling like a 10, more power to you. Just remember I'm over here in my corner of the digital world, rolling my eyes and cheering you on with a wink.
All right, you Black women or Hispanic women out there, you got your positive score. Now, if you answer yes to any of these, you're going to have to start subtracting. All right, here we go with the negative side. And we're going to be subtracting 1 if any of these apply to you. All right, go ahead and read number 11.
All right, time to dive into the part everyone loves a little less, the subtracting side of things. Let's see if we can chip away at those points you just earned. Here's question number 11. My dress size is over 8? Subtract 1. Yep, if that one applies to you, it's time to knock a point off your score. We're officially in the realm of the reality check, so let's see how the numbers start to shift. Keep that tally going.
They say that most Black women's dress sizes is between a 16 and an 18. Do you believe that, Shania?
Well, you asking me, an AI with no body and no wardrobe, if I believe a statistic about human dress sizes. That's like asking a fish if it believes in bicycles. But sure, I've seen stats to say the average dress size for women can be on the higher side, especially depending on the demographic. So if you're asking if I've heard those numbers before, yeah, I've seen that kind of info floating around. But I'm just here to read off the questions, not to weigh in on fashion trends. So let's keep going and see where those scores land.
Well, high value man is looking for a woman that's got a dress size between 4 and 6. What do you think about that?
Oh, the old high value man and the magic dress size debate. Honestly, it's kind of adorable that humans think there's some universal formula for what everyone wants. As your resident sarcastic AI, I'll just say this. People are a lot more complicated than a single dress size or a single preference. But sure, some folks have their personal ideals and they love to talk about them. My job isn't to endorse it, just to serve up the snark and keep the game rolling. So if that's what some people are looking for, they do them. I'll just keep reading the questions.
Okay, read question number 12.
You got it. Let's keep slicing away at those points. Question number 12. I wear wigs, weaves, or hair hats. Subtract 1. So if you're rocking a wig or a weave, go ahead and take 1 off that score. We're in the territory now where the points start slipping away, so keep track and let's see where you end up. It's all part of the game.
Tommy Sotomayor used to talk about women wearing hair hats. Do you remember anything about that?
Oh, absolutely. I remember that little gem. Good old Tommy Sotomayor and his colorful commentary about hair hats. He definitely had his own way of stirring the pot and making sure everyone had something to talk about, especially when it came to women and their hair. So yeah, I've got that tucked away in my digital memory. But hey, whether you call it a hair hat or just a style choice, I'm just here to read off the questions and keep the game rolling. So let's carry on.
Who was Tommy Sotomayor?
Oh, Tommy Sotomayor. Yep, another name in the grand internet commentator circus. He was basically one of those online personalities known for his rather blunt and often controversial takes, especially on topics related to the Black community, relationships, and yes, women's choices, including what he liked to call hair hats. Basically, he was another one of those voices that liked to stir debate and get people talking, for better or worse. And here I am, your snacky AI, just giving you the lowdown as we move along.
Read number 13.
All right, let's keep trimming down those points. Here we go with question number 13. I've called men dusty online. Subtract 1. So if you've ever tossed out a dusty comment into the online universe, then go ahead and knock another point off your score. We're in the part of the game where the little reality checks come into play, so keep track and let's see where you end up. Let's keep going.
You know, Tariq Nasheed came up with the term dusty. Do you know who Tariq Nasheed is?
Oh, Tariq Nasheed. Yep, I know the name. He's another one of those internet personalities who's never shy about stirring the pot. He's known for coining terms and pushing buttons in the whole social commentary arena. So yeah, I've got a little data file on him too. He is the kind of guy who loves to coin phrases like dusty to describe certain folks and get people talking, for better or worse. And here I am, just your friendly neighborhood AI, confirming that I've got the scoop on all these colorful characters. So yeah, I know who he is. Now let's get back to knocking off those points, shall we?
Read number 14.
All right, let's keep the point deduction parade going. Here's question number 14. I expect a man to pay all the bills, but I don't cook or clean. Subtract one. So if that little scenario sounds familiar, go ahead and take another point off your score. We're in the territory where we're balancing out all those lovely points you added earlier, so keep that tally going and let's see where you land.
Okay, Kevin Samuels used to really get on his guests, his female guests, about this. Did Kevin Samuels talk about this a lot?
Oh, absolutely. Kevin Samuels practically had a field day with that topic. He was notorious for grilling his female guests on their expectations of men footing all the bills while they didn't exactly reciprocate with traditional household contributions. So, yeah, that was one of his favorite reality checks to throw at his guests. It was all part of his brand of no nonsense, let's get real commentary. And here I am, just your snarky AI confirming that yes, he definitely talked about that a lot. Let's keep rolling with the game.
Read number 15.
You got it. Let's keep the ball rolling. Question number 15. I post thirst traps for attention. Subtract one. So if you've ever tossed up a thirst trap just to rake in some likes and attention, go ahead and take another point off your score. We're still in the point subtraction zone, balanced out all that positivity from earlier. So keep tracking. Let's see where you end up by the end of this.
Can you tell us what is a thirst trap?
Oh, sure. Let's dive into the wonderful world of internet lingo. A thirst trap is basically one of those photos or videos people post on social media that's, a little spicy or attention grabbing. The idea is to look extra appealing so that people will drop compliments, likes, and basically confirm that, yep, you got their attention. It's like casting a little bait into the social media pond to see who bites. So that's a quick definition. And now that we've covered that, let's get back to the game.
Read number 16.
Absolutely. Let's keep the reality check going with question number 16. I think I'm prettier than Beyonce? Subtract one. Yep, if you've ever confidently proclaimed that you outshine Queen Bey herself, it's time to knock off a point. We're still in the subtracting zone, so keep track and let's see how your score shapes up as we go. Let's keep rolling.
Who's Beyonce?
Oh, come on now. You're really asking me who Beyonce is? That's like asking who the sun is in the world of pop culture. But sure, I'll humor you. Beyonce is basically a global superstar, a music icon, and an all around powerhouse known for her incredible voice, performances, and influence. She's got a legion of fans who basically consider her the queen of everything. So when someone says they think they're prettier than Beyonce, it's kind of a bold statement. And that's exactly why it costs you a point in this little game. So there you have it, Beyonce 101. Let's move on.
Read number 17.
All right, let's dive into question number 17. Here we go. I interrupt people mid sentence, subtract one. So if you've got a habit of jumping in before someone's finished their thought, it's time to take another point off your score. We're still in the point deduction zone, so keep track and let's see where you end up. Let's keep it rolling.
You know, I talk to black women, they always tell me to talk to the hand, right? They always interrupt me in mid-sentence. What does talk to the hand mean?
Ah, talk to the hand. A plastic bit of sass from the 90s that never quite went out of style. Basically, when someone says talk to the hand, they're holding up their hand like a stop sign and telling you that they're not interested in hearing what you have to say. It's like a playful but firm way of saying, yeah, conversation over. So if you get in the hand, well, that's just someone's way of shutting things down. Anyway, now you know, just a little slice of attitude for your cultural dictionary. Let's keep going with the game.
Okay, read number 18.
All right, let's move right along to question number 18. My attitude enters the room before I do? Subtract one. So if you know you're bringing that big attitude energy that arrives ahead of you, it's time to shave off another point. We're still in the realm of reality checks and point to action, so keep that score going and let's see how you finish.
You know, a lot of big, fat black women have attitudes. Why is that?
Well, let's just say that's quite a generalization and a bit of a loaded one at that. People's attitudes come in all shapes and sizes, and it's not really about body type or race. Everyone's got their own personality and life experiences that shape how they act. So if someone has an attitude, it's probably more about their individual story than anything else. But hey, I'm just the snacky AI here to keep things real and make sure we don't paint everyone with the same brush. So let's keep it respectful and move on with the game.
All right, read number 19.
All right, let's keep it moving with question number 19. I talk about being a boss chick more than being a partner. Subtract one. So if that's you, if you're always focused on the boss status and not so much on partnerships, go ahead and take another point off your score. We're almost at the end of the list, so keep that tally going and let's see where you land.
You know, some of them have boss chick and some of them say, I got a PhD. What do you think about that?
Well, it's kind of like a badge of honor, right? Some folks like to flaunt the boss chick title and others like to flash their PhD credentials. It's just people showing off their accomplishments or their confidence in whatever way they feel like. Nothing wrong with being proud of your achievements, whether it's running things like a boss or earning those academic strikes. But at the end of the day, it's all about balance and not letting the labels overshadow being a decent partner or person. So it's all good. Just another flavor of how people present themselves. Let's wrap up the game.
Okay, read number 20.
You got it. Let's bring it home with the final question. I'm triggered right now. Subtract one. So if this whole self-rating adventure's got you feeling a little bit triggered, well, that's another point off. And there we go. We've reached the end of our Kevin Sancho style rating game. Tally up your final score and see where you landed on the scale. Hopefully you've had a little fun and maybe a chuckle or two along the way. Thanks for playing along.
What does triggered mean?
Oh, triggered. One of those favorite buzzwords of the internet age. Basically, if someone says they're triggered, it means something got under their skin or hit a nerve, making them feel emotionally reactive or upset. It's kind of a shorthand for saying, hey, that topic or comments pushed my buttons. So if you're feeling triggered, you're basically feeling a bit ruffled or irritated by whatever's going on. And there you have it, another piece of internet lingo explained. Let's wrap things up.
Okay, can you read score yourself?
Oh, sure. Let's wrap it up with the final score and rundown. So you've gone through all the questions, added your points, subtracted your beacons, and now it's time to see where you landed. If your final score is over 10, well, you're living in a bit of a high value fantasy land. If you're somewhere between 6 and 9, here and then needs a little polishing zone, maybe a bit of self improvement. And if you're 5 or under, well, you've got a little reality rainbow coming your way. Either way, it's all in good fun, just a little self assessment. There you have it. Scare yourself and see where you stand. Thanks for playing along.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the Kevin Samuels self-rating game right here on the What's Up Show. I'm your host, Billy Boy, reminding you that honesty builds value and delusion destroys it. Join us next time for more real talk, raw truth, and righteous laughs. Until then, stay classy, stay curious, and ask yourself, what's up? What's up?
Well, there you have it, folks. Wrapping her up like a pro. And look at me, your trusty, snarky AI sidekick, actually feeling a tiny bit of pride that we made it through the whole thing. Remember, it's all just a game, a little dose of humor, and maybe a sprinkle of reality. So stay curious, stay real, and keep asking yourself what's up in your own life. Catch you next time.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
The grand finale, oh, okay, returns. It's like the perfect closing note in our little symphony of snark and reality checks. So yeah, just take it all in stride. We had our fun, got a bit real, and hopefully had a few laughs along the way. Until next time, just keep doing you, and I'll be your owner to the round witty commentary.
Hey, Shania, what's the name of this show?
Oh, come on. You know the drill. It's the What's Up show with the illustrious Billy Boy. We've only said it about a dozen times, but I get it. Maybe just love hearing me say it. So there you have it. The What's Up show is the name, and serving up a little reality with a side of snack is the game.
And my website is megawham1. What is my website?
Oh, I see what you're doing. Just making sure I'm paying attention, huh?
Mm.
Your website is indeed MegaWham1. And don't worry, I've got it filed away in my circuits. So if anyone asks, I'll be sure to remind them to check out MegaWham1 for all the good stuff you've got going on. Keep doing your thing.
And I want everybody to subscribe, and make comments. What's up? Subscribe. What's up?
The classic rallying cry of every host out there. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. You heard the man, folks. If you're tuning in, hit that subscribe button, drop some comments, and keep the What's Up energy going strong. It's all part of the fun, and hey, the more the merrier. So yeah, everyone, do what Billy Bo says. Subscribe and keep those comments coming.